Welcome back. Well, a beauty across Acadiana today. Milder temperatures ahead, more sunshine, not much in the way of rain in the forecast. And our next front looking colder. It gets here Sunday, but the coldest air gets here Monday, and we could be setting up for a frost Monday night into Tuesday morning, the first one of the season. So we'll talk more about that in just a bit. First off, though, let's take a look at that water vapor imagery and that ridge of high pressure that was just to the west covering Lafayette. Yesterday was Lafayette. Today it's Lafayette with that high pressure ridge right over Acadiana. Thus, not much in the way of cloud cover, not much in the way of wind out there. All the weather on the edges with this low pressure system up by Newfoundland and what you call a sting jet, a strong jet stream winds reaching down behind it, producing over 100-mile-per-hour winds. And then on the other side of the coast, an atmospheric river pouring very heavy rains into the Pac Northwest. But we're kind of stuck in between now, and eventually some of this energy will go up over the ridge of high pressure that's over us right now and eventually delivers cooler air. But right now that one ridge, surface ridge of high pressure, is off to the east of us, so we're starting to get a return flow coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, and that's why we're seeing east-southeasterly winds, and we're going to see moderating temperatures tonight. Moisture moving back in, but nothing on the radar. The only moisture we might see by tomorrow morning is some patchy fog, so keep that in mind. Cool but not chilly like it has been. Lower 50s overnight. Then for tomorrow, it's going to be mild. Temperatures get into the upper 70s. We have rain out in the Gulf, but that's where it stays. Milder for tomorrow night going into Thursday morning. It will favor upper 50s to lower 60s, and then low to mid 80s as we get into Thursday and more than likely Friday as well. This frontal trough is not the front we're talking about. It's way up in Canada, but Canadian weather usually means cool conditions around here, and you see that colder air mass working its way southward on Monday. We may not get out of the 50s on Monday, and then going Monday night into Tuesday morning, very close to the frost zone, maybe even a light freeze for some. But then we see a warm up quickly as we head into the mid to latter part of next week. So it's going to be seesaw temperatures as we move forward in the weeks ahead, but that's typical for November. Mid 40s overnight tonight for the northern parishes, upper 40s to near 50 along the I-10 corridor, pretty much the same across the coastal parishes. And then tomorrow, temperatures topping out in the mid 70s. Now, there will be some patchy fog tonight. This is one model approximation. This is based off the graph model, so some patchy fog, maybe a little bit more widespread tomorrow night, but thicker as you go farther to the west. But we'll be watching those trends as we move forward, and the humidity begins to slowly increase across the area. So not as cool overnight tonight. We have the brightest supermoon, the biggest supermoon of the year in the Beaver Moon out there tonight, but areas of fog may kind of dull the brightness of the moon for sure. Then tomorrow, patchy fog early, then a mostly sunny and warmer day. Temperatures top out in the upper 70s, and maybe we see a cloud or two for a change for tomorrow. Got to make the sky a little bit more interesting for sure. Into the mid 80s we go into the weekend. Very slight chance of a sprinkle Friday, and then maybe one overnight Saturday night ending Sunday morning with that front. And then look at the temperatures as we head into Monday. We stay in the 50s and drop into the mid 30s with our first chance of a frost come a week from today. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up in just a little bit.